Alright, y'all, welcome back to Janie's Crazy Life. Today I had to run some errands and take Mama, had to go to the cancer doctor. Good news, by the way, on the cancer thing. No sign of cancer again after the CAT scan, so that's always a thumbs up, hey, hey, yay, yay, hooray. But, and I like seeing her doctor, but I don't like seeing him. Thank goodness she's got a really nice, he's oncologist, right? Okay, said that right. All I call him is cancer doctor. But while we were in town, and for some reason I went to a Dollar Tree clear across the other side of town, I decided I'm by my mother-in-law's old place. My mother-in-law passed away about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. And I don't get that way. And I decided to go by and see if her mobile home trailer, because she lived in this trailer for most of her life. My husband's 56, so she lived in that place longer than he was alive, I believe. She had it before he was born, and he's the oldest of her second. She had a son, and he was older from a first marriage, and the military. She was military family. His father was military. Her first son was shot down in Vietnam. So my husband and his younger brother are her second time around family. So she was there a long time. But you'll see in the video clipping that her mobile home is gone. So I don't know if I'm going to share the knowledge of this with my husband and my kids, because it's going to be a sad moment when they see the video. And my niece, she watches my videos, so she will see it. And I'm sorry, sweetie, that you have to see this video. Because you're going to see your grandma's house gone. But, yeah, enjoy the video, because I ramble about something that's very important to me. And that is, if you suspect any kind of physical, mental, verbal, any kind of abuse in your family, I don't care who they are. If you don't call the authority to help you, then you as a family get the person some help. You know, if you're not going to call authorities and step in that way, as a family, you need to step in and get family some counseling, some help, and maybe do what you can to separate the situation until it can get fixed. But that's all I got to say about that. Just be aware. If you think something's happening, do something about it. I wish I had known, because you hear me speak in the video about abuse, and unfortunately I found out that a niece and nephew of mine went through some abuse. Thank goodness she has in-laws that are loving and wonderful people. Her mother-in-law and her husband are wonderful and totally understand the stuff that she's going through. Because it's like, what is it when you, the military has it?
Post-traumatic syndrome.
Post-traumatic syndrome they've diagnosed her with, from the abuse and mental abuse that she's taken. My heart breaks when I hear the stories. But I wasn't in their life, unfortunately. Because I was a bad influence. You know, I was a bad influence. I was a hairdresser, and I have tattoos. And at one point in time, I did a mohawk in my hair. I had facial piercings, and I dyed my hair bright colors. So I was a bad example to them. But I have a happy marriage, 2 great, wonderful kids that I tell every day, 24/7, that I love them, to the point where my son's always saying, he used to say to me, Mom, you tell me you love me too much. You can never tell your kids you love them too much. And I would bend over backwards and die for my kids. I don't want to, but I would. But
take good care of your mother.
And my husband is an amazing, as I say in this video that you're about to watch, my husband is an amazing man. He'd probably give up his life for me and the kids. And my husband, even if he doesn't agree with me on things I do, he would never, ever, 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 ever treat me like I was not worthy of anything. He has treated me like he is a lucky one to have me, when I think really I'm the lucky one to have him. But shh, we don't tell him that. Okay, we don't tell him that. because he doesn't watch all my videos, so he might not hear this. So, don't tell him, people, because I don't want you to ruin things for me. Because I know I put that man. I know that man. I'm the lucky one to have him. But shh. So enjoy the video. All right, I am going to where my mother-in-law used to live when she was alive. She used to live in Trailer Estates in Bradenton, Florida. Since we're all the way over here today, and I never get this way ever, I was gonna pop by and see if her trailer's been demolished. My husband and brother-in-law sold her trailer after she passed. That's a sore spot in my book. It's not that they sold it. He took the first buy he could get and didn't get as much as he could have. But that's, again, it's how he cleaned it out, how he and his wife just totally... I've never seen people clean out a house so quick in my entire life. If you need someone to help you clean out a place in like a week, I mean, I'm talking about a lifetime of an old person who kept everything almost. If you need someone to help you clean them out, I'll be happy to give you my sister-in-law's name. Because that woman went through and cleaned every single thing out of that house in 1 week's time when I was out of state. And threw everything away. Not a single thing went to the kids, the grandkids. It was a sad situation. It's a sore spot in my book. Because she lived in that place for over 50 years. And there was stuff she probably would have wanted her grandkids to have. I didn't want crap. I didn't want a single thing. But, see, you can probably hear a little bit of irritation in my voice over it. But I'm going to see if the house is gone. Because I'm curious. It was a double lot, so it would have been prized in Trailer Estates. So I've been down here on the last spot on the left. People bought it. Yeah, it is a sore spot. My husband and I don't really talk about it. I was so angry I almost stopped the sale of the house just because I think that they did things wrong. I never seen somebody take advantage of families so bad in my entire life, but that's the least of my problems. The abuse that we found out about on my about my niece and nephew, it is gone. My mother-in-law's house is gone. The property's been cleared. It's been cleared for a while because it's grass. It's gone. Wow, I almost want to cry a little bit. Because there's no sign of my mother-in-law ever being alive again. Being on this earth. Her house is gone. I don't know if I want to put this on a video. Boy, you know, somebody can live on a piece of property for over 50 years. Because she lived there before Phil was born. And Phil's 56. So she was on this piece of property right here for almost 60 some years. Raised 2 boys and her first son who died in Vietnam. But this used to be a kids section. But as I was saying, I found out since that the way they cleaned out the house was the least of my problems. Their poor kids, the way they were treated growing up, the abuse, the mental abuse, the physical abuse that they took was wrong. If I had known, I was not allowed to be around my niece and nephew, but if I had known the abuse that was happening to those kids, I would have stepped in and called the authorities. I would have. But I just stayed away because I couldn't stand my brother-in-law. I thought he was an old chauvinist pig, the way he treated his wife, the way he spoke to her, the domination. I just couldn't stand it. I was, rather than cause a problem with my husband and the family, I kept my mouth shut and just stayed away. I didn't realize in staying away, I didn't see what was happening. I think my mother-in-law was trying to tell me, because I think she had figured out something was happening. Because on multiple occasions, my mother-in-law would say to me, Teresa's mad again. Teresa's mad again. Mark says Teresa's angry. And I would be like, thank God, I'm not part of their, I'm not have to live with them. So, I understand why she was angry at times. If I had a husband like that, I would be angry too. I wouldn't put up with it. I got the good son. Oh, I got the good son. I got the son who's a great husband, a great dad, who puts his wife and children first before himself.
He's even a nice son-in-law.
Mama says he's a good son-in-law. mean, I'm glad I have a relationship with my niece. I don't have one with my nephew. But I saw my niece after she was 18, I think she was 19, when I ran into her at Pizza Hut, South Florida. And I was like, I think that's my niece. Because I thought it was her. And I have a relationship with her, and I'm very thankful for that. So I'm glad to be here now for her. But the stories she tells me, it's just sad. You know, you, as a wife, you get that moment in life where you think you're going to be able to tell your husband, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. But there comes a point where when you find out the stuff was bad, you feel bad. You don't want to say, I told you something was going on. I told you something wasn't right in that house. I don't feel like saying that to him. You know, there is a point where when you get ready to say, I told you so, you don't really want to say I told you so, because the I told you so is just everything about the I told you so is bad. But that's my rambling. I guess all I can say at the end of this one, because this may be separate, is if you know crap is happening, or you think crap is happening, look into it in your family. I don't care if it is family. You know, children should be protected for, you know, they just should be. And I know she did the stuff that the daughter is saying, because I've read a letter that the daughter was given where the mom admits to the abuse. So, alright, that's enough for now. Bye. Alright, now that you've watched that video, like I say, if you think something's going on, look into it a little bit. But like and subscribe, share with your friends, and remember, enjoy the crazy things of life, because when you're telling your friends about it, you're going to laugh most of the time. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.